अमर कहानी ब्रह्मा की। विश्व शांति की क्रांति इस धरती पर लाई, बदलेगा इतिहास विश्व का, ये धरती में अंगड़ाई। लेकर झंडा हाथ में शिव का, लगा विश्व कल्याण में। लगा दिया तन मन धन अपना, मानव के उत्थान में। हो संसार परिवर्तन अब, हो संसार परिवर्तन अब, कली कली अब मुस्काएगी। अमर कहानी ब्रह्मा की। को नया मोड़ दिया, जाति भेद और धर्मों के बंधन सारे तोड़ दिए। करते जो दूर ईश्वर से, उन राहों को छोड़ दिया। हम हैं एक पिता के बच्चे, प्यारा रिश्ता जोड़ दिया। दी है कुर्बानी जिन्होंने, दी है कुर्बानी जिन्होंने, सबके जुबां पर आएगी अमर कहानी ब्रह्मा की। फिर से उठाया है, नारी स्वर्ग का द्वार है। सबको ये समझाया है, विश्व एकता लाने कोई शिव शक्ति का अवतार। ओम शांति के मंत्र से फिर ये गूंज उठा सब संसार। ब्रह्मा मुख से शिव की वाणी, ब्रह्मा मुख से शिव की वाणी, नवयुग फिर से लाएगी अमर कहानी ब्रह्मा की। स्वर्णिम दुनिया लाएगी।
ओम शांति।
हेडफोन ओके? ओके?
Are you hearing all right?
इसे गेस्ट को भूल जाता है कहाँ जाना है। मीठे बच्चों,
Sweet children,
ज्ञान सागर,
the ocean of knowledge
एक ही बाप है,
is only the one Father.
तुम्हें माया के जंजीरों से छुड़ा करके
who frees you from the chains of Maya through knowledge,
बंधे हुए हैं,
because you are bound in the bondages of Maya. And so, having freed you from the chains of Maya, he gives you salvation.
और साथ में
And together with that, he takes you to the world of liberation, to the home.
प्रश्न है
Question:
किन कर्मों से खाना खराब होता है?
which karma causes your sustenance to go bad?
वैसे कौन से कर्म हैं जिनसे लौकिक में भी
Which even in the Lokic world, the mother, father, teacher and guru give teachings about. It's a very small thing.
जब कोई माया के वशीभूत हो जाता है
But when you come under such an influence of Maya, then even small mistakes cause this problem.
सबके पेट
Therefore, the teachings of Baba are for everyone,
आने जाने वाले सब सीख जाए।
because all of Baba's children are studying.
खराब होता है। तुम बच्चों को कौन सा कर्म
Which karma should you children never do?
उत्तर
Answer:
बोलना,
to lie,
चोरी करना,
to steal,
फिर बाप से भी छिपा देना।
and then hide it from the father.
कि अगर किसी से ऐसी भूल हो जाए
If such a mistake does take place through anyone, then you must write it to Baba and say, today this mistake took place through me. But some children hide it,
कर्मों से खाना खराब होता है।
and so your sustenance goes bad through these karmas.
अपने ही पैरों पर
It is as if you are chopping off your feet with an axe, chopping off your own feet.
उन बच्चों को वह काम कभी नहीं करना।
So you children should never do such things
हमारी दिल खाती है।
through which your conscience would bite.
तुम ईश्वरीय संतान हो।
You are the children of God.
तुम्हारा बोलचाल
Your words and behavior, your food and drink
रायल होना चाहिए।
should be even more royal than deities. And deities are so royal,
से भी सब पता लगता है, पाँव से लेके सिर तक
from their toes to their head, each and every part of a deity is cool and pure, and you can feel that as if light emerges from them. And Baba says, your behavior should be even more royal than theirs.
नैनहीन को राह दिखाओ प्रभु।
The song is, O God, show the path to the blind,
है या क्या है, कुछ पीछे है। ऐसे है ना।
because we are stumbling at every step.
भक्त गीत गाते हैं
The devotees sing these songs,
और फिर भगवान बैठ
and God is sitting at this time
जाते हैं,
explaining to you children.
क्योंकि भक्त याद करते हैं।
The devotees are remembering God,
ये भक्त भगवान को याद करते हैं।
they remember God.
भक्ति करने का अर्थ ही है
The meaning of devotion
भगवान के पास चले जाएं।
is that they aim to reach God,
उनको ये पता नहीं है
but they do not know
कि भगवान ही आकर के
that God comes
इस भक्ति से हमको छुड़ाएंगे।
in order to free us from this very devotion.
भगवान देता है ना, तो
God gives the fruit of devotion, which means He frees the devotees from their devotions. The devotees do not know who God is.
भगवान का नाम सभी के मुख पर रहता ही रहता है।
The name of God emerges from everyone's
धर्म
mouths,
वाले हैं
no matter which religion a person belongs to.
भगवान
In the intellects of all of them regarding God, there is definitely great
चाहे
love.
वो गॉड फादर कहते हैं, खुदा कहते हैं।
Some call him God the Father, some people call him Khuda. There are many different names,
या भगवान के लिए प्यार जरूर होता है,
but definitely they have great love for him.
नहीं है
The only thing is they do not know
कौन है,
exactly who God is or when he comes.
उनका कर्तव्य क्या है।
They do not know what his activity is either.
अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। शिव का कर लो ध्यान, आ रहा पावन पुण्य सवेरा। तुम हो कौन, कहाँ से आए, अपने आप को जानो। राजयोग के द्वारा अपना परम पिता पहचानो। इसी राजपथ पर चलकर तुम पालो अपना बसेरा। तुम हो आत्मा तन से न्यारे, परमात्मा को प्यारे। दिव्य गुणों को धारण करके योगी बनो दुलारे। ज्योति बिंदु ही तोड़ेगा ये माया मोह का घेरा। अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
ओम शांति। पॉइंट चल रही थी कि भगवान को कोई जानते ही नहीं है।
So the point was that no one knows who God is or what his activity is.
अपने बच्चों को
God himself comes
बताते हैं।
to show the path to his own children.
सृष्टि का
The Father
व स्वदर्शन का चक्र का ज्ञान
explains the knowledge of the world and the cycle of self-realization And those who come to establish religions do not give this information.
ये तो बाप आके सुनाते हैं।
This is given by God the Father, the knowledge of the world cycle.
सागर
He is called the ocean of knowledge, the knowledgeful one. Those religious founders cannot be called this.
किसी के पास भी नहीं।
No one else has the knowledge of the world.
आते हैं,
They come
धर्म स्थापन,
and establish their religions,
फिर उनका शास्त्र बना देते हैं।
and then their scriptures are created afterwards.
तो जो ज्ञान सुनाते हैं उनका फिर शास्त्र बन जाता है। बाकी रास्ता कुछ भी नहीं बताते।
But they do not show a path.
कहाँ तुमको
They do not say where you came from, or where you have to go, or how you have to go back to the soul world. And the scriptures that are written do not contain the knowledge for a path. People remember the mother and father in order to gain happiness, but this happiness is received by those of the dynasty of the sun. The amount of time that you children remain in a state of liberation in life, that period of time the people of the other religions remain in liberation. No one else knows the knowledge of the world cycle. Neither the people of Islam, nor the Buddhists, nor the sannyasis have this knowledge of the world cycle. It is only the one Father who is the ocean of knowledge. Lakshmi and Narayan, who used to rule the world in the dynasty of the sun, also did not know this. So those who are the first souls of the world did not know, so therefore the ones who came after them also could not know. The deities of the Sun dynasty do not have this knowledge. The name possessor of the cycle of self-knowledge belongs to you, children. This is a matter of great knowledge. No one else has this title. However, they have shown these ornaments with the deities, the cycle, the conch shell, the lotus. All of these are known by you children only. In fact, the knowledge of the world cycle is reserved for God only. The messengers who come in between do not give this knowledge, and He doesn't give His knowledge to them and tell them to give it to others. The Father gives His own knowledge to His children. The knowledge of the Creator and creation is reserved for Him. He is the Creator and He can give this knowledge. He is praised. What is His praise? He is called the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of happiness, the ocean of peace. People sing this praise, and yet they say also that God gives happiness to some and sorrow to others. Now you children know that the ocean of knowledge is only one who comes and gives salvation to all. And He frees you from all vices, removes you from the claws of Maya. He frees you from the chains of Maya and carries you back to the soul world. No one else knows about this. Though there are many scholars who come and who can recite the entire Ramayana, but all these are matters for the pleasure of the ears.
कविता का रूप बना करके ऐसे से सुनाते
which are recited as poetry that people enjoy very much and they pass their time very well. However, they do not understand the significance. The Father says, no one can know me.
अब ड्रामा अनुसार
And now, according to the drama, I have come.
तुम भी ड्रामा अनुसार आके
You also come according to the drama to meet with the Father.
ज्ञान और योग की पढ़ाई चलती
And as this
तलब तलब चली
study and yoga is going on, it happens like this every kalpa, but no one in the world knows this,
वो बात रिपीट होती
that these things repeat identically every kalpa. The knowledge that was told in the previous kalpa is being told now exactly. People of the world have forgotten these things.
बुद्ध ने शांति स्थापन की
They believe that Christ or Buddha had established peace, but they never say that they had established happiness. They do not realize that happiness means the happiness of heaven, which is perfect happiness,
ये भी ड्रामा
that the
अनुसार
Father has
बच्चों को
established.
पहले भक्ति करनी थी
According to the drama, you children had to engage in devotion during the Copper Age and Iron Age. Now the Father is explaining that these are not the scriptures of religions that he
शास्त्र
speaks.
बाद में बनाते हैं
Scriptures are created much later
आपको ज्ञान
on.
सुनाते हैं
The knowledge which the
उससे
Father
धर्म की
gives
स्थापना होती है। Religion is
creates
might.
a
उस
religion.
religion में बड़ी might है जो
This
भगवान आपको
religion
धर्म की
is very powerful, which
बाप
God
जो
the
religion
Father
स्थापन करते हैं,
establishes.
उनमें बहुत might है।
There is great power in the religion that the Father
जीत पहनाते हैं।
establishes. He enables you to have victory over Maya.
जो
He
कांटों
has
के
that
फारे
power
को गुलशन बना देते हैं।
that he can turn the forest of thorns
बाप
into
आकर जरूर
a
ऐसा
garden.
कर्तव्य करते हैं।
Definitely he would
तब
do
तो
such
भक्ति मार्ग में
an
सभी उनको
act
याद करते हैं।
that all the devotees
मालूम
in
नहीं
the
है
world
कि
would
सब
remember
आपके
him,
मुंह से निकलता है कि भगवान तुम आओ।
because
आकर
it
क्या
emerges
हमको
from
बच्चे
all the
पाओ।
souls of the world that God come and purify this world.
इसलिए
This
उन्होंने क्या
knowledge
कह दिया
is
है?
not with anyone,
भगवान
and this
आके
is
काम
why
करता है, वो सद्गति देता है, वो नहीं जानते
they
हैं।
do not know
इसलिए
the
कौन
work
सा
that
ज्ञान
God
देते हैं?
gives, that God
आगे
does. What
सर्व
knowledge
ज्ञान।
do they give? The
वो
devotees
सर्व में
give the
थोप दिया।
knowledge of omnipresence,
कह देते
and
हैं,
this
पुत्र
has
पुत्र सब हमें
caused
भगवान
them
तुम
to
ही तुम।
stumble. They say, God,
परंतु
you are
ये
in
नहीं
everything,
जानते कि हर एक
but they
आत्मा
do
का
not
अलग-अलग
know
पार्ट है।
that each and every soul has a
अलग है,
separate
कर्म
part,
अलग है, फल
a
अलग है, सब
separate
अलग-अलग।
karma, a
अगर
separate
ईश्वर
face.
सब में व्यापक होता तो सबका कर्म धर्म
Now,
एक
if
होता।
God were indeed
स्वभाव संस्कार
everywhere,
एक
then
होता।
all people
सब
would
कुछ
have
एक
the
होता।
same
परंतु
karma
ये
and the
भिन्नता
same
क्यों?
face. Why
बाबा
is there
कहता
this
है, हर एक
variety
का
in the
पाप
world?
अपना है।
It is because
अब
each soul
तुम्हारी
has
कितनी
their own
विशाल
part.
बुद्धि हो गई है।
Now you have
जो
acquired
आत्मा
a
का
very
भी ज्ञान
broad
और परम
intellect
पिता परमात्मा का भी
that
ज्ञान।
contains the knowledge
इसको
of the
ही
soul
कहा
and the
जाता है
knowledge of God.
यथार्थ ज्ञान।
And this is called accurate information, true knowledge. Everything else is devotion.
फिर
And so they say that there is knowledge, then devotion, and then distaste.
एक है हद का,
And so there is limited distaste and then unlimited distaste. The sannyasis teach limited distaste,
घर बार प्राप्ति।
which is leaving their own family and home, and it is a false distaste that comes because of some problem, and then it's only temporary, so then they get back into what it is that they had renounced.
कथा सुनाना शुरू कर दिया।
So on the one hand they start wearing the orange colored clothes and they start reading the scriptures, but then they return.
भला वो कहाँ जाएंगे?
Now where would they go?
तुम बच्चे तो बेहद का वैराग करते
You
हो,
children have
तो
an
तुम्हें तो
unlimited
भगवान के पास
distaste.
ही जाना पड़ेगा।
Where you have to
और
go
कहाँ
is
जाएंगे?
directly
आपका
to
घर
God.
यहाँ भी और वो भी करो।
Where else would you go?
मुक्ति धाम व स्वर्ग
The
में
world
तुम्हें
of
जाना।
liberation, and also
तो ये
you
है
are to go to
तुम्हारा
heaven.
बेहद का वैराग।
This is your unlimited
पुरानी
distaste.
दुनिया से निकल
You come out of the old world and go to the new world.
मनुष्य गाते हैं
People
ज्ञान
sing that there is knowledge and devotion and then distaste.
परंतु इस बड़े
But
वैराग्य को कोई नहीं जानता
nobody knows the meaning of this great and unlimited distaste,
देखते हुए भी न देखें
a distaste in which you renounce the entire world, your body, and all bodily relations. No one else understands this level of renunciation or distaste. No one else can have this.
ये शरीर
To leave the entire body, the entire world, it is a matter of understanding that it is old and therefore will quickly disintegrate.
इतने समझदार बने हो
Now you children have become so wise.
इसमें कोई साक्षात्कार की बात नहीं है
And
समझदार बने
it is nothing to do with having visions. You have absorbed the information and understood.
साक्षात्कार में फिर वो समझ नहीं होती है
Because even if you would get a vision, it wouldn't give you wisdom. It is understanding that gives you wisdom. You do not need to have visions.
कहती हैं
Your intellect says
के बाद
that after the Iron Age, the Golden Age has to come.
बाप आकर के सृष्टि
The Father comes
आदि
and explains the knowledge of the beginning, continuation, and end of the world.
और झाड़ बड़ी
This
wonderful
drama and the tree are extraordinary pictures.
बीज रूप ऊपर
The seed of the tree is above and the tree of the entire world is below. This is a most unusual and extraordinary picture which God Himself has had made through His children. God is a great artist to be able to describe the entire world as a tree. You never would have seen such a tree.
परंतु इसमें कोई और आर्ट की तो बात है नहीं
But there isn't any other art involved.
देता है उसका फिर चित्र बनवा लेते
He gives knowledge and there is a picture that defines this knowledge, but it's all about understanding.
नॉलेज दी
He has given the knowledge of the entire world tree. This is something new. You didn't know this before.
क्या है
You didn't know the meaning of the army of the Shaktis. You do not know the meaning of the Rosary of Victory. You used to just pick up a rosary and chant. You did not know who were the Rosary of 108, who are the people it's representing. Now you have understood everything. It is also known that exactly as in the previous kalpa, many will come.
बहुत आएंगे कब की वाणी है
This is a Murli of many years ago, and Baba says many will come as in the previous kalpa, because there is only one shop,
एक हट्टी से अनेक ब्रांचेस होती जाती हैं
and from this one shop there are many branches, and so Baba's centers the branches in many different cities.
हमारी वंडरफुल पढ़ाई
This is your most extraordinary study,
अमृत भी कहती है
which is also called the nectar of knowledge.
अमृत भी है
It is study as well as nectar.
समझाया जाता है
In comparison with poison, it is explained that this is the nectar of knowledge.
अमृत से सभी के दुख दूर
And you have heard that through the nectar of knowledge, everyone's sorrow
कर दिया है
is dispelled.
फिर अमृत धारा दवाई निकाली
Then they have created a medication called Amrit. And a few people would have got better from this medicine, and then everyone would say that this medicine makes all diseases go away.
जैसे अरविंदो घोष एक था
There was Arvind Ghosh, and he created a huge ashram.
ये भी एक ही बाप है
He is the one Father,
तो सृष्टि नहीं बढ़ेंगी ना
and through the one there is the entire world created. So from one comes two, so he became the mother and the father, and then created such a huge world.
पिता को माता भी चाहिए
He can do nothing by himself. The father needs a mother.
गुह्य राज है
This is a very deep secret, the meaning of the mother and the father.
माता पिता का
What is that great deep secret?
वैसे ये भी माता पिता गुह्य राज क्या है? एक में दो हो गए।
So there are two within one.
हाँ, तो पिता
He
निराकार,
says this
माता
answer.
साकार, फिर
So
कैसे
the
combine
father is
होकर के
incorporeal, the
दोनों
mother is
वंशावली रचते हैं?
corporeal. How did the two come together and create the people?
गायन भी है,
It is also
तुम
sung
माता पिता
that you are the mother and father, and we are your children.
ढेर बच्चे हैं,
There are so many
ये
children.
कोई शिष्य नहीं है पर बच्चे हैं।
These are
एक
not
से कितनी वृद्धि हुई?
students, they're children.
वैसे धर्म भी पहले पहले मुख्य तो
Followers,
एक ही
rather.
होता है ना।
In any religion, it begins with one, and then it grows,
सारा झाड़
and
वृद्धि को पा
it becomes branches
जाता है।
and a
उन सभी
huge
का
tree.
रचता एक ही बाप है।
But the founder of the whole tree is the one Father. He comes at the beginning and creates the Brahman
उनसे
community,
फिर देवता फिर क्षत्रिय बनते हैं।
and then there are the deities and warriors that are emerging.
सर्वव्यापी कहने से तो कुछ भी सिद्ध
If you say that God is omnipresent, it doesn't prove anything. He is the creator of everyone. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar also have subtle forms,
रचता उनसे ऊपर,
and their creator is greater than them,
मूल वतनवासी।
the dweller of the soul world, the original world, which is also called
हाँ? निराकार
the incorporeal world.
पिता,
He is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul.
फिर तीन देवताएं रची।
Then he creates the three deities, and see how they are created. Through Brahma, the entire human world is created. The soul exists already.
ऊपर है,
The whole group of souls is up above. Where is the gathering of souls? Up above. Then when the human world is created, at that time the other religions come down later on and they establish their religions. The religious founders continue to come down from up above. They have to come. All the souls who are sitting in the soul world according to the plan of drama must come in their own time.
अब भी आते ही रहते हैं।
Even now they continue to come.
को समझाया हुआ है।
You children have understood this.
लक्ष्मी नारायण ही
Lakshmi and Narayan,
से अंत तक
from the beginning until the very end, pass through the whole cycle. In the beginning they are Lakshmi and Narayan, and at the end they become Brahma and Saraswati. They then come into the confluence age as Brahma and Saraswati. They are sitting here in the confluence age in the picture under the tree.
जगत अम्बा है,
She is the world mother
मनोकामना पूर्ण करने वाली
and
है।
fulfills everyone's desire.
उनके पास सब प्रकार की मनोकामना लेकर के जाते हैं।
People come with all of their desires to the temple of the world mother.
कोई को बच्चा चाहिए,
Some want a
कोई
child,
को बीमारी है तो
some
बीमारी से शफा
wants
चाहिए। और हर एक
healing
की अलग
from
अलग
their
धन की
disease.
कमी होती है, धन मांगते हैं।
some want money.
अलग अलग मनोकामना लेकर के जाते हैं।
They come
लक्ष्मी
bringing
से
their
सुख नहीं
desires,
मांगते।
but to Lakshmi they
समझ
only
बहुत
ask for
धनवान
money.
थी।
They thought that she was very wealthy because she was the master of heaven,
धन तो बहुत होगा।
so definitely she would have a lot of money.
भला ये जगत अम्बा कहाँ की है?
So where does the world mother belong to? Nobody knows.
तुम बच्चे जानते हो
You children know
कल्प वृक्ष के नीचे बैठे
that she sits beneath the kalpa
सभी की
tree
मनोकामना पूर्ण करने के लिए
in order to fulfill the desires of everyone. She is sitting in tapasya, in intense meditation. You children know
कामना पूर्ण करने वाला है ही
that she is,
कौन? एक बाप।
in fact, only the one Father fulfills everyone's desire. Here you must make effort, and the results of the effort of this time
जो जितना
are
जितना पुरुषार्थ
received
करते
by you
हैं,
in heaven.
उतना ही
As
पद
much
पाते
as you make effort, to that extent,
तुम
you
जानते हो
achieve a
कि
status.
अभी हम
You know that
21
at this
जन्मों के
time
लिए पुरुषार्थ कर रहे हैं।
we are making effort for our next
बाप
21
कहती
births.
हैं,
The
जो
Father
लोग
says,
श्रीमत पर
those who
श्रेष्ठ कर्म करेंगे,
perform accurate karma
सुदर्शन
according to
चक्र
my
का ज्ञान धारण
directions
कर
and
और
who
औरों को
inculcate the
कराएंगे।
knowledge of
ये
self-realization
है सबसे
and
बड़ा
teach that
श्रेष्ठ
to
कर्म। ज्ञान
others,
को धारण
this
करे
is the
फिर दूसरों
greatest
को
karma
कराना,
of
ये है
all.
सबसे श्रेष्ठ कर्म। औरों को कराएंगे तो पद भी ऐसा ऊंचा
So
पाएंगे।
therefore you would get
इन
a
लक्ष्मी
high
नारायण ने
status. These
जरूर
Lakshmi and Narayan must definitely in their past have done very
ये
good
किसी
karma,
को भी याद नहीं है।
but no one
लक्ष्मी नारायण का
remembers.
मंदिर है,
There
पूजा
is the
होती
temple
रहती है,
of Lakshmi and
परंतु ये
Narayan.
पूजनीय
They
कैसे बने
engage
ये
in
मालूम नहीं।
devotion of
तुमको
these
पास
deities,
जन्म
but
की याद
no
थोड़ी
one
रहेगी।
knows
अगले जन्म
about
में
their
कौन
previous birth
याद है
or
क्या
who
किसी
they
को?
were.
फिर इस जन्म की बातें याद नहीं रहेंगी।
You will not
उन
remember the
बच्चों
things
को
of this
अभी
birth.
कितनी ऊंची नॉलेज मिलती है,
Now you children are receiving the most elevated
जिससे तुम
knowledge
इतना
through
ऊंच पद
which
भविष्य में प्राप्त
you will attain a very high status
सेंटर
in the
पर देखो
future.
कितनी आती है।
You can see how many people come to the
कोई
centers.
एक दो मास आके फिर गुम भी हो जाते हैं।
Some come for a couple of
कोई
months
तो
and then they
15-20
disappear.
साल गुम हो गए, फिर
And
जब कोई
some
मेला मेला
stay
कराया
for
हुआ,
20
फिर
years and
उनको
then
पता
go
लगा
away.
अब ये काम हो रहा है, ये काम हो रहा है,
And
फिर
then
बेचारी यहाँ
they
जाती
come
हैं।
back much
तो
later
दादी को
on
कहते,
and they
दादी मैं
see
20
all
साल
of
माया
the
के वश होकर के गुम हो गई।
development.
फिर
Some
माया
people
ने ठोकर
disappear
ऐसी
for
लगाई,
20 years and then
तो
come
धक्का खा
back.
के फिर मैं बाबा के
Maya
दर गया।
crashes them
बाबा
down
कहते हैं,
and then
कोई
they
जानते
wake up
हैं,
again much
हम
later.
जितना कर्म करेंगे उतना उस
As
पद
much
पाएंगे।
as you will do good karma, to
मम्मा
that
बाबा का
extent you will get a
पुरुषार्थ तो
status.
नामानुसार प्रसिद्ध है।
The
जगदम्बा बनी,
effort of the mother and father
प्रसिद्ध है।
are
वैसे
evident,
किसी भी नंबरवार प्रसिद्ध
and then
होते
you
जाएंगे।
children's effort will be evident
बाप
number-wise.
कहते हैं, मैं तो सभी को एक रस पढ़ाता
Baba says, I teach everyone equally.
प्राइवेट तो कोई को नहीं पढ़ाता हूँ,
No one is
अलग
given
बुला के
private
अलग ही बैठ करके
tuition.
न पढ़ाऊं। समझो कोई मिलने भी आते हैं,
Suppose someone comes
उनको
to
कोई
meet
नई
Baba
पॉइंट भी बाबा सुना देते
and
हैं।
Baba tells them a new
तो
point.
एकदम सुन करके क्लास में जाके सुना देते हैं।
Baba will tell you that point in the
एक
class.
अक्षर भी प्राइवेट नहीं रहता।
There isn't a single word that
और
remains
बाबा कहते हैं,
private.
मैं भी अपने पास से कुछ नहीं रखता हूँ।
Baba says,
जब आता हूँ
I do
सारा
not
ज्ञान दे
keep
देता हूँ।
anything to myself.
एक
When I
दिन
come,
मैंने
I
कहा,
give
मैं
you
अपने
the
पास
whole
ज्ञान रख
knowledge.
करके क्या करूँगा?
Baba says, what would I do with
देने
all
का
of this
टाइम अभी
knowledge?
है।
This
अब
is the
बच्चों को
time to
अभी
give
संपन्न
it.
बनाना है।
Now
तो
you
जितना
children
ज्ञान
have
शिव
to
बाबा के
become
पास सब
complete,
बच्चों को
so
देते हैं।
whatever is the knowledge with the
सभी
Father,
को
He
एक
gives
जैसा ही
all of it
पढ़ाते
to you
हैं।
children.
हाँ,
He
उन
teaches
स्कूलों
everyone
में
equally.
जो डल हेड
In
स्टूडेंट्स
those
होते हैं,
schools, the
उनको
dull-headed
प्राइवेट
students
करना
are given some private
डल हेड
tuition.
वाले को। यहाँ तो फिर कोई ब्राह्मण ही बैठ के सुनाती है।
Here,
वो
sometimes
ऐसे नहीं
a
सुनाती,
sister
कथा तो
will
सबको सुनानी ही है।
tell the knowledge
परंतु
specially
knowledge
to
तो वही
someone,
है ना,
but
जो
it's the
बाबा ने
same
सुनाई है,
knowledge
वही
which
सुनाई
Baba
जाती है।
has told,
और है बहुत सहज,
and in fact it's very simple,
लेकिन
but
इसमें मैनर्स जरूर अच्छी चाहिए।
you do need good manners.
अपना चेहरा देखना है।
Take a look
ये
at
चेहरा
your
तो रोज
face.
देखते ना आईने में।
You see your
अपना
face
चेहरा,
every
अंदर
day
का
in the
चेहरा
mirror,
आत्मा का देखना है।
but there is the internal
हमने
face
कोई
of the
कुकर्म तो
soul.
नहीं किया है।
See if you haven't done
कोई
any
ऐसा
bad
पाप कर्म,
karma,
चोर, चोरी
if you have
हेरा
stolen
फेरी
anything
और
or
भी कई प्रकार के विकर्म है, काम,
lied
क्रोध,
or
वशीभूत,
come
कोई
under the
कुकर्म तो नहीं
influence
किया।
of anger or
अगर
lust.
किया हुआ होगा
If you have,
तो दिल खाएंगी।
then your conscience will bite.
देखना चाहिए मेरी दिल
So
को
you
नहीं
should
अंदर
check
खाती है।
and see if your conscience is biting anywhere.
वो
If it
काम
is,
नहीं करना चाहिए।
if anything makes your conscience bite, then do not do that.
आती हो वो काम
The way you can understand what not to do is by how your conscience speaks to you. Because if you don't, it will
देखनी चाहिए।
destroy your status.
बहुत है
There are many
से पाते सच नहीं बता सकते सच बताना
hide things from the Father because it takes courage to confess to Baba.
करके आना ये भी बड़ी हिम्मत की बात है झूठ बोलते हैं
They lie and some children steal.
बाबा सारा दिन यही उनका पोता मिल देखता रहेगा
And so do you think that Baba is looking at what everyone's doing all day long? Baba says, whatever you do, you will get the result accordingly. And so why are you destroying your sustenance for no good reason? I have come in order to create great good fortune, but you are just taking an axe to your feet and destroying yourself unnecessarily. You yourselves are destroying your status. So Baba says, I need very royal children. At this time you are very influential because you have become the children of God. The children of God are greater than the children of deities. So your behavior should be so royal, so that anyone who sees you is impressed by how good you are. Baba gives an example. When a peacock dances, then everyone is happy, but then if the peacock looks down at its feet, then it gets upset and cries how ugly they are. And so they give the example of the peacock, how beautiful it is, but then it's got ugly and crooked feet. So you are becoming those who wear a peacock feather in your crown, the sign of Krishna, but you mustn't have crooked and ugly feet. There are some very good people, but people's feet are crooked. That's an analogy for the behavior. They do wrong things. So Baba is paying close attention to all of his children and sees that such and such a child is very good and another one is causing lots of upset to you. One is a child who is having the cycle of self-realization, and the other is one who causes a lot of disturbance. Baba says, my long lost and found again self-realized child, you must spin the cycle of self-realization. Baba continues to spin the cycle. Baba says, in your intellect also, there must be the cycle of self-realization rotating. You have become so wise, so with wisdom you must also explain to others. Do you understand? And Baba asks you with love, do you understand what you must do? Okay. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and found again, children, the mother, father and Bap Dada gives love, remembrance and good morning. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. The essence for dharana in your intellect. You must develop unlimited distaste, renunciation or disinterest. Together with your body, you must remove the yoga of your intellect from everyone and become a spinner of the cycle of self-realization. Secondly, you are to become one who has a peacock feather in your crown. Therefore,
कोई भी चलन उल्टी न हो,
there should not be
पैर टेढ़े
any
न हो,
wrong behavior.
चलन उल्टी न हो, ऐसा कोई कर्म नहीं
In
करना
other words,
है
don't have crooked feet. Do not do any
जिससे
karma
दिल खाती
through
रहे।
which your conscience would bite.
फिर वरदान है,
The blessing is,
महावीर बन,
become a great warrior.
महावीर बन संजीवनी बूटी द्वारा
And through the life-giving herb,
मूर्छत को सुजीत करने वाले
give life to those who have become unconscious.
सर्व शक्तिवान भव,
Have such
सुजीत करने
power.
वाले शक्तिवान भव। जैसे सूर्य
Just as the sun
स्वयं शक्तिशाली है,
has great power,
तो वो क्या करता है,
and therefore,
और अपनी शक्ति से
through its power, spreading in all directions, there is light,
प्रकाश फैलाता है, तो अंधकार सारा दूर हो जाता है।
and all darkness
ऐसे
is dispelled.
शक्तिवान बन,
You must become so powerful
अनेकों को संजीवनी बूटी देकर
that you give the life-giving herb to many,
मूर्छित को सुजीत बनाने की सेवा करते रहो।
and continue to do the service of
मूर्छित को सुजीत
awakening
बनाने
those who have
की
become unconscious.
सेवा करते रहो। तब कहेंगे ये
Then
महावीर।
it would be said that this is a great warrior.
सदा स्मृति में रखो,
Always keep in your awareness
यही रहना है।
that I must remain victorious.
क्या स्मृति में रखो दयाल भाई, हमें विजयी रहना है
I must
और
remain
सबको-
victorious and
और सबको भी विजयी बनाना है।
make everyone else victorious too.
विजयी बनने का साधन है,
The
बहुत अच्छा साधन बताया।
way to
विजयी
be
बनने का
victorious
साधन है सदा बिजी रहना।
is to keep always busy.
अब बिजी किस में रहें,
Busy in what?
स्व कल्याण
In
अथवा विश्व
benefit for
कल्याण
the
के
self
कार्य में बिजी रहो।
and the work of benefit for the
स्व
world.
कल्याण और विश्व कल्याण के कार्य में बिजी रहो, तो विघ्न विनाशक वायुमंडल बनता ही
And then
रहेगा।
you will create the atmosphere
विघ्न विनाशक
through which all obstacles are destroyed.
फिर स्लोगन है,
The slogan
दिल
is,
सदा एक दिलाराम से लगी रहे।
connect your heart always with the comforter of hearts.
धर्मवीर, बहुत अच्छा शब्द बाबा ने दिया है, देखो किसके मुख से निकलता है। दिल सदा एक दिलाराम में लगी रहे।
If your heart is always connected with the comforter of hearts,
क्या कहूँगा, हाँ, तपस्या है।
to do this is real tapasya, real
ये सच्चा
meditation.
प्यार है।
This is
यही
true
सच्ची
love.
तपस्या दिल में लगी रहे। हाँ, तपस्या में क्या होता है, तप
Because
करते हैं,
what
जमी
takes
रहती है।
place in
टांग से
tapasya,
तप करते टांग जमी रहती है। एक एक साल कहते हैं, ये
they
इतने सालों से, इतने दिनों से,
stay for a
90
long
दिन से
time
तपस्या कर
standing
रहा है।
on one
एक
leg
काम
in
करता
hatha
है।
yoga.
ऐसे दिखाते हैं ना, तो बाबा कहते हैं दिल लगी रहे।
So
यही
Baba
सच्ची
says, hold
तपस्या
your
है।
heart steady
ओम शांति।
constantly on the one. Om Shanti.